Okay, I did it. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Dr. Arlene and Maudy. I'm Dr. Arlene Diamco, also known as the MultiDimensional MD. I'm an integrative physician, a pediatrician, and cranial osteopath, and my mission is to help bring the intuitive spirit back to medicine because it was never meant to be separated in the first place. I'm here with my good friend, Maudy Fowler, who's an award-winning international author, inspirational speaker, and spiritual consultant. Her book, Heavenly Messages, co-authored with Gail Hunt, won the prestigious Best Inspirational International Book of 2008 in Europe over fellow nominees, Dr. Wayne Dyer and Deep. We've come together for our show, Dr. Arlene and Maudy, to help uplift your hearts and bring clarity during these chaotic times. So our topic today is divine intervention. And the reason why we wanted to talk about this is because, well, this time of year, we are surrounded by so many angels, so much guidance from beyond. It's like the veil is thinned a little bit more. And I know it's also a really difficult time of year. Many people have gone through losses. I've gone through my own loss, and it's the first holiday season that my dad won't be here. And so it's a joyous time of year, but it's also a sad time of year for many people. And in this human experience, we are surrounded by help. But the thing is, we also have to ask for help, because we have this free will. And even though we are constantly getting help, we can actually get more help from the divine if we ask. So it's a great time to remember to come home to yourself, to your heart, and ask for help, because the veil is thin and help is all around you. It's so easy right now to get distracted by all the glitter and sparkle. And I have 4 kids, and it's a busy time for us too. And there are so many activities. Every event has happened in January, from sports to arts. So there's been a lot going on. And of course, we're getting into like the gift giving and things like that. So it's so easy to get distracted by all that sparkle, but it's also just remembering the why behind why we're doing these things, like why we want to be more generous is because we are really like sharing of ourselves. We are sharing our love, and we're sharing with people that don't have as much. So not to be stressed by all the glitter and all the sparkle, and because that's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a celebration. And I know it's so easy to, because we all have these to-do lists that we're checking off. So to dig deep down and just remember why you're doing everything, and to remember the veil is thin and you have so much help around you. So please just ask. So Maudy, I'm seeing so many people just struggling right now, and ask for help. We got this divine intervention. How do people ask for help? Like, where do you start?
Thank you so much, Dr. Arlene. And yes, I love your intro. And for all you are tuning in, it's always a joy and a pleasure to be here and to let you look at a different light, a God's light, a light of faith. First of all, I want to let you all know that our hearts, our thoughts, and our prayers go out to all of those affected by this devastation in Kentucky, Alabama, and the surrounding areas, who deal with so many losses. People, their home, their house, their so many things. Anyway, so our hearts and prayers go out to all of you. And I'm praying every day, twice a day, 3 times a day for all of you. And also for those people who are connected and have families in Indonesia with the eruption, with the volcano where people are so much affected. There's so many things. But here's the thing, I love this topic, Dr. Arlene. Divine intervention is really, a heavenly way to let you all know how that works for you. And actually, what can you recognize from all of the things that you see as this is God's hand? This is God's hand, interacting and acting upon maybe a situation, a tricky situation, where you need to have that answer, where you need to be protected. Going back again, to all of the devastation. Pay attention to all of the stories that happened there. This morning, I was just letting my daughter know, I said, geez, I'm just looking at, what happened to this lady. And she was clinging on to a mattress with 2 children. That mattress was lifted, airlifted, and actually being tossed. They were all safe, all 3 of them. Now, this is divine intervention. So then, of course, the questions arise with many people. Yeah, but Maudy, what about other people who are being called home? This is where I come to you, people who I love. I love you all over the world who are tuning in. I talk to many people from different countries. This is what I shared with you, whether it's on Zoom, Dr. Arlene, all of the people who are put in front of heaven and me. So I refer to myself as us. This is what I let y'all know. Pray to finish your mission. You're here for your own purpose, goal, and destiny. You're here for your big mission. Why do all of those things happen? That one has to go and that one has to stay. It's a heavenly way. But also there's an energy taking place. So for that energy where these 2 children and the mother were clinging on to each other, everything gone, flattened, their mattress was airlifted. And again, I can hear your questions. Why the other people? Why this? Why that? Only God knows. That is between the soul and God. That is the left behinders. Dr. Arlene, I deal with you all who are left behind. I'm a Maudy 911 operator, heavenly operator, who will come to your aid and let you know about your loved ones in heaven with God's approval only. And that's why God's hand is there. So divine intervention, what it actually means is when there is a situation, God will actually show his hand. Whether it's a bad situation, a tricky situation, he will show his hand and he will actually intervene and help you understand. And maybe you have that experience at home. Maybe you recognize what I'm talking about now. Maybe something that you actually need to understand. Why them? Why not me? And this is actually where you have to understand that you're here because God has a purpose, a meaning for all of you. For me, I'm just there to be put on your path to give you peace of mind and to let you know it's going to be okay and to let you actually look forward. So yes, divine intervention with the angelic world around us, with the angels around us. It is where you now face a Christmas, yes, without your father. But here's the thing for you all at home. Dr. Arlene, without the father, you all may be without your relatives. But this is where they are so strong around us. They're actually closer than you think, closer than they were in life. Because they can pick up on your thoughts. They can actually help you to manifest. When you go to our Maudy Fowler and Gail Hunt official page, Facebook, I have written about prayer request to manifest. So what that means is that heaven can hear your thoughts. Heaven can see, can hear, and actually whatever you send up to heaven, you will hear and see a sign. You will hear an answer, and the sign will be revealed only what you can recognize. So you will hear through maybe other people that maybe your father is talking to through. You will hear maybe at home through other people where your mom, your dad, your child are talking through. They will see, like you show you signs. And see again with our book, Angel Messages, I'm talking about, and we have written, Gail and I, about heavenly signs, how your family in heaven communicates with you. But through the divine intervention, it is God's hand, people. I always get so excited. Why? Because I can see it. I can see what you all need. So when you're standing in front of us, I know, Dr. Arlene, that your Father is so much around you because Christmas is the window is open. You know, they can get through and give you messages, maybe through your children, Dr. Arlene, maybe through the people where he will show you, hey, remember, it is always in your own household for you all who are tuning in. It is your own way of recognizing what is dad saying, mom saying. So with Christmas, there's so much there. I know that. I can feel it. I'm already getting the goosebumps. And that is a sign. So for you all who are tuning in, we're here for peace of mind. But again, for the people who are now going through all of the devastation, whether it is, to have people ripped out of your life, or whether you have a chance to make things right, to have that moment, to be there for your loved ones and guide them and embrace them through the pain, through the time that they maybe have left. See, there's a difference. Ripped out of your life or have the time that you need it. I have a few cases that is actually a different way. But when people are ripped out of your life, heaven has a special meaning and a purpose. At that moment, you can't see it. At the moment you're going through that, you don't want to hear this. At that moment, when your emotions are so much in the way, there's no way that this message actually can embrace you. And maybe for those, it helped you. Those who have that strong connection with that love and that faith. But when you're in emotions, it's hard. Emotions can really put tricks on you. But maybe, when the time is there, we'll be here. So yes, Dr. Arlene, that was a tricky week for so many people, before these chaos were hitting. We had other things to face. And that's where, I actually was able to give that peace of mind. So with heaven's help, yes, that's what you said, ask. And that's what I usually ask. Before you all come at the Zoom or on the phone, I usually pray and light my candle and say, dear Lord, please give me the inspiration and give me the message so I can relay that to the people to give them peace of mind. And that's what it's all about.
I've been talking to people this week that have had losses in the last year or even the last few years. It doesn't even have to feel so recent because time just kind of gets morphed. And anytime you lose someone you love, it will always feel like it wasn't that long ago because you have such a strong memory of them. And for my dad, I can feel how much he's coming through for me and sending me messages and helping me ways that he can now that he couldn't while he was alive, because he has this understanding of the whole oneness, and he knows so many more things now than even he knew. He was brilliant than he knew when he was alive, and that can be really tricky because I've been talking to other people, and you can have this higher understanding or this grander perspective of, oh, I know that I am connected still. I can feel that I'm connected, but you can also still have heartache and loss and feel in your body this tension, or it can feel like a pressure in your chest. I've been talking to a lot of people going through so many different symptoms, but sometimes they'll feel like this weight on their chest or heaviness in their shoulders. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll have heart racing or feelings of panic or palpitations, and they'll get checked out by the cardiologist. And fortunately, a lot of times they'll be fine, but they still have these physical symptoms of heartache. So there's that real physical experience of it. And then there's emotional, mental, and then spiritual experience. So even though they have this spiritual understanding that, oh, I know we're all connected, well, you still go through the human aspects of,
Yeah.
but I feel in my body that this cord that was connected to this physical person has been ripped out. And so it's okay to have both and to feel both, because it will make you feel more whole in a way. So to deny yourself the spiritual connection, or to deny yourself the physical achiness of it,
Yes.
won't feel quite right. So it's a strange thing to be able to go through both at the same time, but then it makes it more of a joyous kind of grief. So you can still be sad, but still feel this joy because you're always connected. And you can see that connection play out in the physical world through these little coincidences or those unexpected miracles. Like for my family, this has been happening where it's just maybe something was broken in the house. Like my sister had her door handle broken. And then the next thing she knew was that, well, it didn't wiggle anymore. It was fine. And it's almost like you think like you imagined it, but she knows she didn't. And so she's like, oh, this is like a little miracle from my dad. She just feels it. She knows it. There's no, I mean, there's no proof, but you just have the knowing and the understanding. You can feel it in your heart. And the same thing for me. We had some things we had to fix in our home, and I couldn't get the right person to come in. All the contractors were so busy, and it was kind of a difficult job. So they didn't really want to do it, prioritize it as their first thing to do. So I just felt for my dad. He's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then a month or so later, then literally someone came to the door and said to me, like, hey, do you need help with this? And I didn't have to look for anyone. And I didn't worry about it because I heard him say, like, don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, well, this is a big thing that we're supposed to get fixed. And what, why wouldn't you worry about it? It's like, because you don't have to. So I didn't. I was like, okay, I have plenty of other things to do. And literally brought me someone to my door that said, we can take care of it for you. And I couldn't believe it. Like, rang the doorbell and said, and they were completely legitimate, and it was a great company. So that's amazing.
And I'm so glad you're sharing this, because maybe you at home can identify yourself with your mysterious, miraculous, divine intervention, because that sure is, to where your father had approval from God to intervene and to help you all out. And maybe you all can identify with this story. But you see, that's the thing. Coming back to what you said, and through the ache and the pain and all of that, what you're going through when you deal still with the love of your loved ones in heaven, and all the losses around you. You know what? Actually, go through your mourning and grieving, because that is what you maybe are still confronted with. And there's nothing there that you can't. You need to just, let yourself, give yourself that time to go through that mourning and grieving. And then, after that, you have to say, okay, inhale, exhale. Okay, that was it. Now I have to pick myself back up until this repeats again. So you take the steps, you keep it going until it echoes away. And only you at home, only you all who are listening in can determine that. And divine intervention, coming back to the topic, it is mysterious. It is miraculous. It is just a magical way to recognize it. And see, it's not what you look at that matters. When you learn to see, it's not in what you hear that matters. It's when you learn to listen. And when you learn to listen, then you can recognize how your loved ones in heaven are helping you, whether it's with the doorknob, whether it's with the things that, oh, it must be my dad helping out. If you put in your mind your mom, your dad, your child, whoever, your friend, they immediately come to your aid. And that is between them and God to have that approved. So for me, I always say, just turn to faith. And so for those people, going back again, I cannot, I saw so many scenarios of the devastation of the tornadoes and what happened there. All the miracles, I pay attention to all the stories. So for me, yes, it's sad. And people say, I don't want to watch the news anymore. Of course we don't. But then it's that respect. We can see what people go through to just pray. Yes, the world is full of pandemic and hurt and pain and aches. But if we contribute to that love and that respect, then we can see and then we can pray for what we recognize. Okay, so for yourself, so many things will be revealed. We face Christmas. We have Jesus' birthday, we have Hanukkah, we have all of these special events. So for that matter, it is holy time. And yes, some people are being called home. Many people are being called home. Many children are being called home. So that's where we come in, who are left behind, to pray. I pray for those who are left behind, for those who are all in heaven, animals, for all those who are here on earth, and also the animals, the people in heaven, the people here on earth, the animals in heaven, the animals here on earth. So that's what our prayers is. And for those who go through so many aches and pains and hurt by other people. So we need to pray for those special requests who cannot help themselves anymore. We have that category as well. So for that matter, I always say turn to faith and let your fear disappear. Let's just, put our respect and our love and our prayers to all of those who are leaving so many things now in a different way and have to move on and rebuild and repair. And they are so much resilience there in many ways. And Dr. Arlene, I would like to actually say a poem that I've been writing. I write poems on my Facebook, and it is just, this one is Divine Intervention. And if you all are interested, Gail and I have written a poetry book. It's called Angel Love from Above. It will be so strong for yourself. It actually will give you a daily affirmation if you open up a page, and it's pretty cool. That works for you as a little fortune cookie right there, right? A Christmas surprise. So reach us on at Dr. Arlene or with our own Facebook. Here it is, Divine Intervention. When you face hardship and live with tension, God will show you the miracle of divine intervention. When we're put to the test, miracles will manifest. You will see a sign that will give you peace of mind. Turn to faith and pray. The angels will lead the way. It means a lot when you trust God. I always say, let go, let God in difficult situation, and then it manifests itself. If we worry too much about the things that we have no control over, then we don't. We have no control because God is in control. And so therefore, it will all be coming to a point where God says, here it is. Here's where I will help you. Because you started this conversation, Dr. Arlene, ask for help. So you all need to ask for help. Pray, let the angels lead the way. Ask God for help. And then exactly like your situation, your beautiful stories, you will recognize that this will be repaired, that will be fixed, that will find a way and a solution. But please, let go, let God. And we can always count on God. Maybe this time when you pray, He can count on us.
So sometimes what I do when I'm really tired and I feel like I can't physically do everything I need to do, and what you say, let go and let God, I'll lay down and I will just ask all my muscles to relax as if you were in a free fall, but I'm laying down in the comfort of my bed and just allowing like angel wings or the hands of God to lift me up. But in order for them to do that, I feel like I just tell myself I have to let go. So there's no resistance to the uplift. And it can scare people initially when they do that. And I help people through many situations and going through a lot of challenges. And when they feel this moment where things are releasing, it can feel like a free fall. And that can scare you. But that's okay. It's like, it's when you feel that, it's like, oh, okay, this is a moment that I can let go. It feels like a free fall, but they're laying down. So it's like breathing into that free fall, letting go, and knowing that, trusting that you will be uplifted. And then I'll rest like that. And usually when I lay down and go to sleep like that, I feel so refreshed in the morning. I have such a good sleep because my body's been so relaxed. And I've just felt this constant, like, uplifting, energizing. And so in the morning, I'm ready to face the world, face whatever challenges, help people through whatever their difficult situations are, and still feel that I'm okay.
So sorry
So,
about that.
it's okay.
That's
That's the call, right?
Sorry about that. So it is kind of like,
It's a
you're
literal.
so running back and forth, and then you forgot to unplug yourself. So having that said, let's hook in upon that unexpected telephone call. Okay, so for yourself, you have to unplug yourself. I forgot to unplug that. But after, being here for so many people, and you're so right, we have to learn to relax and unplug ourselves. So yes, that's what is very important for you all, because then you can actually have a better way of focusing and of finding yourself a solution and an answer. Because when that telephone was ringing, okay, that is actually a sign of somebody's calling. Yeah, duh, right? But in a better way to say it is just, you need to learn, like heaven is letting me know, recognize that sign, Maudy. People need to unplug themselves, because only then, like you said, you can relax. You can actually find a way how to build up your energy. So perfect timing of that telephone call, where heaven is saying, yeah, I got something to say too. See, divine intervention right there. Hey, you forgot this, Maudy. See, so for me, then it gives myself a done moment, and aha, light bulb moment. Hey, Maudy, yeah, you have to rest too. So yes, Dr. Arlene, I totally agree with you. And for you all who can unplug yourself, who can give yourself that moment in time just to build up your energy, please do so. Like Dr. Arlene, you mentioned that really in a good way to explain that to people. So hopefully you can go for that advice, and maybe this helps. Maybe it will give you a peace of mind, an aha moment, a light bulb moment. But most of all, maybe, and you will allow yourself through the whole hustle and bustle, to the aches and the pains and everything that you're feeling. Please give yourself that love and that respect. And so I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
So this is Dumpling, and she helps all the time. And no matter how long I'm gone, I can be gone for 2 minutes. And as soon as I come back, she greets me with so much love and just so much joy to see you again. And I just want to tell people that this is how the universe feels for you, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're going through. Whether you're happy, you're sad, whatever emotions you're going through, if you just feel in your heart, the universe, God, the divine, is looking at you like that. Like, can't wait to embrace you. All you have to do is turn towards the divine and allow that embrace. So that's your visual.
I don't blame.
So don't forget that. And really lots of love to all of you during this holiday season. And we will be back on Wednesday, January 19th, 11 a.m. for another Dr. Arlene and Maudy. So if you have any questions, you want to get in contact with us, you can always leave a comment below, or you can always reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram at All Worlds Health. You can find Maudy on Instagram at maudy.fowler, Fowler. And you can also email me through my website, allworldshealth.com. If you would like to join any of our Zoom groups with Maudy, so that she can help with messages from beyond, then feel free to contact me for other times. And you can also contact Maudy directly as well through Gail, or just contact me. I'll send you the email and all the directions for that. So
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Everything you're celebrating.
Yes. Bye.
Love to all of you. Bye.